season on The Real Housewives of Potomac.
You and Michael are getting a divorce.
We are.
I am elated in a place that excludes her crusty grabbing husband.
I found a house with Michael.
This is not no damn divorce.
You don't buy a house with a man that you're divorcing.
I've been trying to get in touch with Michael, and I cannot.
The countdown is on. We are less than a week away from the season 7 premiere of The Real Housewives of Potomac, and the anticipation for the season is growing with the release of new photos and details exclusively dropped by Bravo. First, though, star, friend of the show, Ashley Darby is live in the loft to talk all about it, and we're just going to dish here because there's a lot to talk about.
Oh my goodness, guys! I know. The anticipation is killing all of us too.
Okay. All right. So how are you feeling? Because you know what's coming. How are you feeling about it?
Or do you? Because you don't totally know how they...
No, I don't know. And I don't know what everyone else has going on, too.
Right.
You know, so I'll be watching with the viewers.
So same question, though. How do you feel given that?
Well, given that this is my 7th time around, I kind of know what to expect. I have a really good support system in place, which is really important in this job. Yeah. So I'm just going to take it day by day.
Okay, so you are going to live out, you're about to relive out going through a divorce with Michael, right? So divorce is hard.
Yes.
It is hard, no matter how amicable it is. It's still hard.
Yes.
So for you, your expectation prior to going to the divorce and where you stand now?
Well, quite frankly, I feel like I was just in the dark altogether. I didn't really have expectations because so many people in my family have gone through it, so I've seen it firsthand. But I really thought that Michael and I, because of the fact that I am a public figure and there have been so many things said, that I would just be able to, you know, like make a decision and stick with it. But it's actually really hard. My emotions change every day. Oh, okay. Every day.
And they probably change given with your kids.
Yeah. That's the biggest thing. I mean, he is the best dad. Yesterday, Dean had him taped up. He'd like taped him up. And just watching him laughing with the kids and how they interact with him, never having a dad myself, I'm very sensitive to that. So it's like, should I, the point that was made earlier, should I try for the kids to make it work? I don't know.
Okay. The answer may change depending on the day.
Yeah.
I know, but you know, I have 6 more months of my separation, and then we have to make the final decision.
Okay.
So
interesting.
Yeah.
Who is the? There's been a lot of talk about what Candace is going to do this season, and a couple other people that folks are keeping an eye on. Is there any rift, any relationship in general that we should be keeping an eye on?
You know, it's really interesting how the relationship between Mia and Wendy transpired, I think. Yeah, you know, in the clip there's a scene where, you know, there's obviously an altercation between the two of them. And it took me, I was so surprised, way out of left field for what happened between the two of them.
Mostly because of a Karen or...
Karen?
Did you say Karen and Mia?
Mia and Wendy.
Mia and Wendy.
Yeah.
Because it was so random or because of the parties involved?
Oh, I would say both. Yeah, given the way things have played out between the two of them, yes.
Okay, I have a question. So you don't know those behind the scenes interviews, right? They do. You don't know what they're going to say.
No,
right?
Holly,
okay.
we don't.
Right. Okay. So no matter how good you are at, I've been doing this 7 years and compartmentalizing, and it's just a show. I mean, to watch that, like, it struck me, and I'm not even the one, for Candace to be like, I am elated that Michael. I mean, to be elated at someone else's struggle is hard, right? So. How do you handle those interviews? That's what I'm asking, because they could be triggering.
Yeah. For sure. I mean, I'm human. Of course, it's going to rile me up in the beginning. And that's one of the areas that she and I differ, is how we express, even if you do feel happy for someone to be making a positive change in their life, more so the words you use.
Yeah. Right.
So, you know, you in the beginning it stings a little bit, and then over some time it just starts to mellow out. Yeah, I got to let it roll off my back.
And, okay, all right, I have so many questions because if y'all can top, will it top last season?
100%. And I don't know how it keeps happening, Jeanette, but we really do. And I think it's just because our lives are always changing, and all of us are at different places in our lives. Giselle's empty nesting, Robin and Juan are getting married again, you know, so it's like.
Okay, they always say, every housewife we've ever interviewed is like, well, you know, there's always a season where it's your turn, where you're the target. Who's the target this year?
That's a really good question. Honestly, I think it gets shared amongst everyone. I do think Mia gets it a little bit harder this season.
Okay.
Yes.
Other than that, it's rapid fire. Everybody.
Yes, everybody.
Just a reminder, you can catch the season 7 premiere of The Real Housewives of Potomac this Sunday on Bravo. And Ashley is going to be back in just about 15 minutes to co-host Lion Lunch Hour.